Bethany, and I am the OK Creative Kind on Instagram as well as here on YouTube. So I'm so excited you found this channel. I hope that you'll stick tuned and join me on this fake baking and DIY journey that I've created here on YouTube. So today's a really exciting one. We're going to work with stacked cakes, super easy, super affordable. You could theme them. Today's going to be Valentine's Day, just because that's what's coming up here in a couple weeks. But you could do this with all sorts of different themes. You could do pastels for Easter, red, white, and blue for 4th of July, and like that Americana feel. So we're going to learn all sorts of new things. We're going to not use foam today, which is usually what we use on fake bakes. But today it's going to be super easy. We're just going to use acrylic paint and things you can pick up at your local Walmart, dollar store, Amazon, Michael's, anything like that. So stick tuned. I hope that you enjoy this. Alright guys, so first things first, supplies. What are you going to want to get? You're going to want to get these styrofoam pieces that you can pick up at the dollar store again. Styrofoam, they come in a 2-pack and they are 4.8 inches across, just like that. And you're going to want to pick up, I picked up 5, but I'm actually not going to end up using one, so you really only need 4. And we are going to make stacked cakes using these. Just like this, how you see it. Very easy to work with. You're going to need a glue gun. That's how we're going to piece them together. Again, just a regular glue gun. Usually with styrofoam, you want to use low heat because it tends to eat away at the styrofoam if it's hot. So if you have a dual temperature heat gun, that's great. If you don't, it's not a big deal. You can still work with the hot glue, no big deal. So we're going to put these to the side and then talk about paints. You're just going to pick up acrylic paints, whichever ones work for you. I want mine to be not a light pink, but like that mid shade. Not fuchsia, but not baby pink. So I'm going to use the color fuchsia from Apple Barrel, and I'm going to use this Craft Smart acrylic paint in bright pink. I think this one's from Walmart. Don't quote me. It might be Joanne Fabrics. And I think I'm going to mix in pink Parfait from Apple Barrel as well. This is a really pretty one. I got stopped on that one. And then just some white paint, because we're going to alternate colors. This is a big bottle. This is just white acrylic paint. This is from the dollar store as well. You can pick it up cheaper though at Walmart, but just convenience sake, I got that one. So what we're going to do is kind of take these, put them on a paper plate, and just have the paints ready to go. Alright y'all, so what we're going to do is we're going to take our styrofoam and have this ready. And then we have our mixed paints here. So now what you want to do is get your paintbrush wet. You always want to dab your paintbrush in water before. See how that pink is nice and mixed? I love that shade. And paint always dries darker than what you see it as. So keep that in mind. We're going to start with our pink ones. And what we want to do is do 1 pink, 1 white, 1 pink, 1 white, because that's how we're going to stack them. So I have 8 total. I know 4 are going to be pink and 4 are going to be white. So let's start with the pink, and we're just going to go around. And we're just going to start painting just like you normally do. And just layer that all on there. Isn't that pretty? And this styrofoam is the flat styrofoam. It's not that one that's very porous, I guess you should say, where it just eats the paint and you never get like a nice layer. So this is nice because it's flatter. And because some of that styrofoam, you can't even put paint on it. It just eats away at it. And we're just going to go all around. Don't worry about this. I kind of go up a little bit just so when we're stacking it in case you see it. But you don't need to waste your paint on coloring all of that in. We're going to go all the way around. We probably will give this a second coat, just so we make sure it's all dry. And this dries really quick. See how I just went up there a little? So cute. I love this color. Just like that. So I don't think you need me to show you how to do 4 more of these or 3 more of these. So what we're going to do is finish that up, set them down to dry, and then move on to the white. See you shortly. Alright guys, so as I was going back to edit this and kind of put it together and show you how to stack the cakes, I realized I didn't record. Lovely. So we're going to do our best. I think you guys can figure it out. We just stack the cakes in alternating colors between white and pink using hot glue. Very easy. And just stack those up. But I wanted to also show you the
supplies. So you'll see me here showing you the conversation hearts, as well as the sparkly hearts and the felt hearts. Those are all from Dollar Store. And the little gumdrop and the conversation heart I'm holding up in this shot, those are the molds that we used last week that we learned. So if you did not check out that video, go ahead and do that. And you're going to also see, I wanted you to see how I use those molds, because of course I didn't have that footage either. So here's those candy molds that we learned last week, as well as that purple chocolate bar and that big heart. All I did was use hot glue and take sprinkles and sprinkle them on there. So I'm sorry I lost that footage, but that's basically what it is. It was just putting the sprinkles on using hot glue. And again, this is a different angle so that you can see what those molds actually look like that we learned last week. Okay, so here is where I also missed my recording or lost it or wasn't recording, but basically what I was showing you is that on the pink heart, that one right there with the sparkle on it, that is a foam piece that we learned last week that we cut out with a cookie cutter. So I just put that on. I wanted that to be my main focus, and then I took the conversation hearts that are from the dollar store. They're stickers, and I just hot glued them all around to create that focal point in the front. And then these are all the embellishments that we made with those molds. So I'm just gonna start decorating the top. You'll see that big green heart is one that we learned, and like I said, I put the sprinkles all around it. Took a toothpick to the bottom just to secure it, and then I poked that in, and I wanted it kind of on an angle. So and then it just went in with hot glue. I just put a little dab and it stayed nicely. Those conversation hearts, which you'll see shortly, I just stacked them and kind of put them one way, like leaning to the left, one to the right, and just created like a falling appearance. And then through the back of the cake, I didn't want it to be blank, so I took those felt hearts from the dollar store and layered them and just kind of put them on around, scattered around, so that the back had a nice appearance as well. So here at the top, you're seeing me take that purple chocolate bar. I used a toothpick to the bottom, it was thick enough, and hot glued it in, and then I'm using the toothpick to keep it upright, and then I'm using hot glue to kind of secure it to that heart, which is also in with the toothpick, just so it's stable. And then I'm gonna layer some hot glue around the base. You're not gonna see that, it's gonna be covered up. We're gonna use some other sweets, so I just wanted it to be able to stand without feeling like it was gonna fall. Sometimes with the hot glue, it's very temporary, and you need something stronger like E6000 or something to hold it long term. But it worked out, it's just fine. And there you see it stacked against the heart. So it's super cute. And then we're gonna go ahead and just start hot gluing more around just to keep it stable. And then we're gonna move on to some other pieces with embellishments. So look how adorable this is. It's so cute. And all those little pieces are all things that we learned, and they're all just from molds from the dollar store, Michael's, and Hobby Lobby. And we're really creating this height, right? We want this dramatic cake. We want it to look large. We want it to look full. So it's important to remember to kind of stagger your pieces, tilt them different ways, stack your candies on top of each other, or you'll see that little yellow macaroon that was made and it has that little sweet on it. It really creates this upwards appearance. And with this donut that we're adding, it's gonna also be there on the side, so it's creating this width as well. So when you're using your pieces, just think visually of what it can do to look taller, to look fuller and bigger, and really use your pieces to work with one another to create this larger appearance. So you'll see those stacked cakes on the bottom. They're not that big, but what we did is we just stacked them on top of each other, and then we used our embellishments and kind of worked upwards and stacked them, and it really creates this large piece. It's super, super cute, super easy to do, and really all those pieces are really from the dollar store. I mean, the molds are from Hobby Lobby and Michael's, but generally most everything was from the dollar store, especially those conversation hearts, which are really nice. They all say different things on them: XOXO, you're cute, be mine, and look how it all came together. So cute. So you're gonna see me here in this picture, or excuse me, in this clip, using dimensional paint. Dimensional paint is awesome, and we're gonna use that because you'll see on that little white candy, I just created a dripping appearance and added glitter, so it's super cute. So this here is a cutie pie conversation heart, which I used a toothpick. It was thick enough to be able to push it through, and I'm going to put that on top of the white candy, which I just explained that we use the chocolate to do like a dripping effect or fudge effect, and you'll see here how that looks. So super cute. I love it. I love it, and easy to do. So here is our stacked cake after adding all those embellishments and putting the dripping on, and really just look how cute. So cute. So you see that dripping there, the white, that's also the dimensional paint, which I kind of did off camera to make sure I was gonna like it, but I wanted to add something because I felt like it wasn't like visually done, like it just needed something. So I wanted to add some dripping, which is just like your icing dripping down right on a cake, or that frosting. So this is just dimensional paint that I went around. I did the back first to make sure I was gonna like it before I brought it all the way around to the front. And so I just went around and filled it all in, and that's just making those drippings, and it looks so cute and looks much more finished. I didn't go all the way to the top and fill it in, just along the edges, and I'm just taking my glitter and going around. I mean, everything's better with sparkle, so just load it up. Went all the way around, sprinkled that all around. And then you want to tap it to make sure you get like the excess off, and just go all the way around, sprinkle that around. You could even kind of put some Mod Podge on your embellishments and then add the sparkle or the glitz in that way too. That way it has something to stick to. But that's really essentially what I did here, and it looks so good and finished and icy, and it looks so much more real. And then just tap, tap, tap to get that excess off, and it is so pretty. Alright, y'all, we did it. We made our stack cakes using really just essentially dollar store items. It looks so good, so full, and perfect for Valentine's Day. No foam used. All we did was acrylic paint. And look at that, you get the same look. So it's beautiful. I hope you enjoyed this video. Go ahead and try it yourselves. I really hope you do. I hope it encourages you to really just kind of enjoy yourself. Crafting, it's really good for the heart and for the good for the mind. So I really hope you enjoyed this. If you do try it, tag me at the OK Creative Kind on Instagram. I'd love to see it. Until then, see you soon.